Major bridge in Baltimore collapses after being struck by ship, people in water. On a fateful day in Baltimore, a major bridge collapsed after being struck by a ship, plunging numerous vehicles and pedestrians into the water below. The catastrophic event sent shockwaves through the city and beyond, as emergency responders rushed to the scene to rescue those trapped in the wreckage and the frigid waters of the harbor. The bridge, a vital artery connecting two parts of the city, had stood for decades as a symbol of strength and resilience. However, on that ill-fated day, its steel structure could not withstand the impact of the massive ship that collided with it, causing a catastrophic failure that sent the entire span crashing down into the water below. Eyewitnesses described a scene of chaos and confusion as the bridge buckled and collapsed, sending cars and pedestrians plummeting into the harbor. The sound of twisted metal and breaking concrete echoed through the air as screams filled the once bustling thoroughfare. In a matter of seconds, lives were changed forever as the peaceful day turned into a nightmare of destruction and despair. As news of the bridge collapse spread, a sense of disbelief and horror gripped the city. Families anxiously awaited news of their loved ones, unsure if they had been caught in the disaster or if they were safe. Rescuers worked tirelessly to reach those trapped in the wreckage, using every available resource to pull survivors from the water and the twisted remnants of the bridge. The ship that had struck the bridge was quickly identified as a massive cargo vessel that had lost control in the busy harbor. Authorities launched an investigation into the cause of the collision, seeking to understand how such a tragic event could have occurred. Questions swirled about whether it was a mechanical failure, human error, or some other factor that led to the disaster. In the aftermath of the bridge collapse, the city of Baltimore came together in a display of unity and resilience. Volunteers poured in to help with the rescue efforts, offering their time and resources to support those affected by the tragedy. Local businesses provided food and shelter for the displaced, while medical teams worked tirelessly to treat the injured and comfort the traumatized. As the days passed, the full extent of the damage became clear. The bridge, once a towering structure of steel and concrete, now lay in ruins at the bottom of the harbor. Recovery efforts continued as crews worked to clear the debris and assess the structural integrity of nearby buildings and infrastructure. The human toll of the disaster was immense, with dozens of lives lost and many more injured. Families mourned the loss of loved ones, while survivors grappled with the trauma of their harrowing ordeal. The city of Baltimore mourned as one, coming together to support those affected and honor the memories of the fallen. In the wake of the bridge collapse, questions were raised about the safety and resilience of aging infrastructure across the country. Calls for increased investment in maintenance and upgrades to prevent similar disasters in the future grew louder, as officials vowed to learn from the tragedy and take action to protect the public. As the city of Baltimore began the long process of rebuilding and healing, the memory of the bridge collapse remained etched in the minds of all who had witnessed it. The once proud structure now served as a stark reminder of the fragility of human creations in the face of nature's power and the consequences of negligence or oversight. In the end, the bridge collapse in Baltimore was a tragic event that shook the city to its core. But out of the devastation emerged a spirit of resilience and unity, as the community came together to support one another and rebuild in the face of adversity. The lessons learned from this disaster would not be forgotten, as efforts were redoubled to ensure the safety and security of all who crossed the city's bridges in the future.